Tanya Lokshina has spent most of her adult life working to improve human rights in Russia. Her career has brought her enemies. She's been harassed before, but this time whoever wanted to keep her quiet implied she'd be beaten so badly her unborn baby would die.
All that information about, well, the details of my pregnancy, my travel plans and all that, my unlisted residential address in Moscow, which has been unlisted for quite a few years, no one had that completeness of information. You really had to listen to me talk on the phone for a long time in order to gather all this information in one place.
It's been 7 months since Vladimir Putin returned to power as president. In that time, he's passed a number of laws that rights groups say undermine civil liberties and freedom of speech. They include legislation against public protests and the so-called NGO law that requires organisations funded from abroad to register as foreign agents. Then there's the new law that expands the definition of treason to include activities such as financial or even consultative help to foreign organisations. Putin has expanded his so-called Human Rights Council. He told members at its inaugural meeting that he would review some of the laws he has passed since his re-election. The next day, he signed the treason legislation into law.
Human rights organisations and political activists say Putin's actions amount to the greatest crackdown on political dissent and civil liberties since he came to power more than 12 years ago. And some are very sceptical about just how much influence his new Human Rights Council will have.
Elena Panfilova is on the council, and she says some of the members were shocked when Putin signed the law so soon after their meeting.
That is scary, because when the law is very concrete, even dangerous, but concrete, you know what you are going to face.
Tanya Lokshina is due to give birth soon and says she is determined to continue her work.
I want to at least pretend to myself that I still have this semblance of a normal life. And it totally did become essential to me, to be able to spend the nights at my apartment despite all this rather horrendous developments.
But now she and many like her could face up to 8 years in prison for treason, just for speaking to the world about human rights in Russia. Stratford, Jazeera, Moscow.